Moed Katan, Perek Sheni, second chapter, Mishnah Aleph, first Mishnah. מי שהפך את זיתיו, somebody that overturned his olives. What does it mean? דרכם היה לצבור את הזיתים במעתן. So, during that time, they used to gather all the olives in a special tool, a special vessel, called מעתן. שהוא כלי המיוחד לזיתים. It is a vessel that is specific for olives. Why do you hold them there? כדי שיתחממו ויתבשלו. So after you take them off the tree, you put them there to ripen. ולאחר זמן היו מהפכים אותה בקנה העשוי לכך. And once in a while you had to turn them over, not leave them on the same side, because otherwise they rot, whatever happens to them. כדי שיתרככו כולם יפה. So that they're going to become from all sides the same softness. ואחר כך היו נותנים אותם לבית הבד לעצור את שמנם. Then you would give them to the oil press in order to press them to take the oil. ואם לא נתנו אותם, what happens if you started the process and you're not going to put them into the oil press? לאחר שהפכו לבית אדם, so then היו נפסדים, they would rot, and then you can't use them even for oil. וזה ששנינו במשנתנו. So this is what it means in the Mishnah. מי שהפך את זיתיו, somebody had already started the process. במעתן, he put them in the vessel. והכינם לעצירת שמנם. In other words, he prepared them to take the oil out. And so now he's got only a limited time before he can press them. Whether it's a week, whether it is 2 weeks. Yeah, whatever the time is, that's it. After that, it's going to be rotten. Yeah, once you start the process, in a week you have to start there. And what happened to this guy? Ir'au evel. And this was before the holiday, let's say a week before the holiday, and his mother passed away. לפני החג, before the holiday, ולא יכול היה לעצרם, so he needed to sit shiva. He cannot work for 7 days, and now the holiday came in. And now, if he's not going to do it in Chol HaMoed, that's it. They're gone. שהאבל אסור במלאכה, like we know that the morning is supposed to sit shiva and not to do any work. So if that happened to him, an אבל, או אונס, או שיראו אונס אחר, or anything that happened to him that you couldn't think about, שמנע ממנו את האפשרות לדרוך את זיתיו. I don't know, the oil press. Yeah, he became sick. The oil press broke. Whatever the case was. Doesn't matter what. There was a war. I don't care. Or she'tuhu poalim. Or that he had the people who were supposed to press the oil, they say, we're going to come. And he didn't show up. Says, what do you want me to do? I
have to get the oil out.
Yeah.
It's going to go
exactly. So before the holiday, they were supposed to come, and they found a better job. They didn't come, whatever reason. שהבטיחו לבוא למלאכתו ולא באו. They promised him to come to do this job, and he did not come. והגיע המועד, and then the חול המועד came. So it says, what should he do? Tanakama says, טוען קורה ראשונה. So he goes to the oil press, and if you know how the oil press looked like, it was like a very big beam, like very heavy, and you would hold it like this, and it would press down on the olives. The olives would be in the turn, and you would press, and you will leave it there for like 3-4 days. The press. So you put one beam, and then you put on top of that beam another beam, and another beam, and another beam, and another beam, to make it heavier and heavy. And the heavier it gets, it takes 2-3 days, but it will crush it. Yeah. So he's allowed to do what? To en kora rishona. He's only allowed to put one beam, one of those heavy beams. מותר לו לטעון במועד את קורת בית הבד על הזיתים פעם ראשונה. So in other words, only one time. Why? כדי שיזוב מקצת שמנם, because once a little bit of the oil comes out, it's going to preserve the other olives. It's not going to let them rot. The oil itself preserves them. ושוב לא יהיה הפסד גדול. And then he's not going to have a big loss. He's going to have the minor loss, but not a big loss. ומניחה את הקורה על הזיתים. And he puts this beam on the olives. ויש גורסים, ומניחם כלומר את הזיתים לאחר המועד עד לאחר החג. Okay, so and then he does the rest of the process after the holiday. So,
Because if you put it in the oil, if somebody else also have the same problem, he can't use this press anymore. Because you put your stuff.
so he starts, according to that opinion, he starts, now you have a little bit of oil, you put all the olives in the oil, you take it out, and, but, okay. So this is,
They both make sense.
yeah. This is Divrei Rabbi Yehuda. This is the words of Rabbi Yehuda. Everything we learned up to now. Bagmara lemedim, in the Gemara they learned, Mishnatenu, from our Mishnah, shedvarim hamuadim b'moed, thank you, that things that are permitted in the moed, asur la'avel la'asotam be'atzmo be'imei evlo. So all the things you're not allowed to do in the moed, the mourner is not allowed to do it because he's not allowed to do work. אבל אחרים עושים לו, but other people are allowed to do for him. So you're not allowed to, let's say, work the land, but somebody else is allowed to work the land for you. שכן שנינו במשנתנו שימירו אבל ויתעכב עד המועד, because we said in a Mishnah that if there was a mourning and the guy waited until the holiday, שטוען קורה ראשונה במועד, that he puts the first קורה in the מועד, אבל במועד of אבלו אינו טוען אפילו קורה ראשונה. But at the days of his mourning, he's not even allowed to put the first Korah, because he's not allowed to do any work. Why? Because he can tell somebody else to do the work. In Chol HaMoed, the problem, you can't tell somebody else to do the work. Nobody's allowed to work. Although you can go to Goy to do it. Okay? Rabbi Yossi disagrees with Rabbi Yehuda. Omer Zolef. He says, don't worry, you can put everything inside. Either you can put all the olives, or you can put all the beans. שופך את הזיתים על גבי בית הבד, you put it into the oil press, ויש מפרשים זולף, מוציא את השמן מן הבור. You're allowed to take even the oil from the pit after you finish the whole job, וגומר, and he finishes סחיטת הזיתים, עד שיצא מהם כל שמנם. You're allowed to do it regular way. וגף, you also, not just allowed the oil, because after, let's say, you finish the oil, yeah, don't put it in bottles now, because putting it in the bottles you can do afterwards. So Rabbi Yossi says, no, you're allowed to do the whole process. You're allowed to do the entire process until you have it in cans, whatever it is. וסותם את החביות במגופות, you're even allowed to put it in the barrels and stock them, כדרכו, כדרך שהוא עושה בחול. ויש שאין גורסים בתיבת וגף, והלכה כרבי יוסי, and the halacha is like Rabbi Yossi, that in Chol HaMoed, it's only if you're in Avel and you couldn't do it beforehand. But once you were stuck in Chol HaMoed, once you start the work, finish it. It's okay. It's not like a brake, for example, in your car, brakes come over and you need to fix the brakes, so you fix only the brakes. You don't fix something else that is not an emergency. No. Once the car came in, just do everything. Even though you can do the rest of the stuff after the holidays, it's not an emergency. No, the car came in, just go through the whole process. Whatever needs to be done, do it. Okay.